Per your request, Karen is catching on to me starting the videos early. CliffBeats Classics, welcome with the one and only.
Your girl Karen.
We're checking out Jimi Hendrix, The Star-Spangled Banner National Anthem, live at Woodstock 1969. This might be one of the most requested songs from you guys, or should I say just, I guess it is a song. Yeah, it's the national anthem.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's check this out. This is your first time hearing Jimi Hendrix?
No, I've heard Jimi Hendrix before, but I've never heard his rendition of the Star Spangled Banner, so I am interested.
Okay, I'm not gonna lie, I really have not heard Jimi Hendrix before. I know who he is, of course, and I've seen pictures and stuff like that, and learned about him, but I never really got a chance to give him a listen until now. So this is the first time for me. Please show love to Jimi Hendrix. I will find whatever I can, link it down below, and let's jump into this.
Let's go. What do you got, Jimmy?
Jimmy, what you got?
Sir
Woodstock,
Hendrix.
1969, the year my mom was born. Chills. Oh. What? Hold on. It sounds like bombs bursting.
Yes. I'm like, I can't believe this sounds like bombs bursting.
Is he doing that intentionally?
Yeah, 100%. Bombs
He's
bursting in
bomb
air.
bursting in air. That's what he's creating right now with the sound.
Insanity.
And keep in mind, this is footage from 1969.
Right.
So when you hear the sound quality, of course, it's going to be a little distorted, but I'm catching on to it. And this is ridiculously good. I have the chills.
I'm speechless.
What do you say to that?
That was the most incredible, iconic, impeccable performance I've seen of the Star Spangled Banner, and there's not a single word sung.
I painted a more vivid picture than most people who actually use words.
It was incredible.
Now imagine being there live and on LSD.
Ooh.
You be going on a trip, man. Okay. See, like whenever anybody discusses Jimi Hendrix or they pretty much discuss, like, to me, about this mythical figure that is Jimi Hendrix, that is just so great, like, playing a guitar into a fire, like that's the image that people have always painted to me. Now it makes sense to me after just hearing one performance of why people would say Jimi Hendrix is the greatest of all time.
And I think it's so important for him to do this song because you know it, right? Like the back of your hand, everyone will know it. So then when he does it and then he brings something new to it, you really understand the reach of the creativity because it's just the guitar that he's doing. When we know how touching it is when people do it with their voice, but this is something. And then you even see him in the moment where he's like, he's making these faces. Like, I'm like, he's connected. He's one with the guitar. Yeah. And that's incredible to watch.
And it also makes me think about this, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but this is 1969. Keep that in mind. As a black man performing the Star Spangled Banner, you could tell how important it is in his face too, as he's performing this, because let's face it, a lot of rights weren't there, and I could see why people would gravitate towards, hey, Jimi Hendrix was the greatest, if not one of the greatest. So, like, so far, we've been given like three names: Eddie Van Halen, Stevie Ray Vaughan, and Jimi Hendrix as being the greatest of all time. And I read a comment that basically said, like, look, you can't really pick a greatest. There isn't one. Like, you just got to kind of keep in their own lane for their own genre and just leave it at that, because they've all done spectacular things. And I have to agree with that comment.
Yeah, me too. Especially when you recognize that a lot of the times, like, inspiration comes from another source.
Yeah.
So even if we sit here and we say, like Stevie Ray Vaughan or Eddie Van Halen, I'd be curious to know if they have inspiration from one another or somebody from further in the past.
I'm sure they have.
That's what I mean. So at the end, like, it doesn't really matter. They're all just great. They're doing their craft and.
Exactly. They're all just great. And we kind of approached it the wrong way with trying to find out who was better. There is no who is better. They're just all great. What blows my mind, honestly, was the entire thing. But when he created the bombs bursting in air, I was like, oh my God.
Me too.
I seen you started tearing up a little bit.
I was like, this is not real.
No, it's what I'm saying. It felt like it was not real. Where's my Jimi Hendrix movie at?
Like, I am imagining this. I'm like, maybe I'm hearing it wrong. So I was waiting to hear, like, am I?
This is the best anti-war speech I've ever heard. Yes, that's what I'm saying. That is the great. You can literally hear gunshots, engines revving, planes crashing, bombs dropping. This man could do anything with the guitar that no other person could. And that is why he will never be forgotten and will always be remembered as the greatest guitarist of all time. See, that's why he gets that record. I've never seen anybody do that before in my entire life. But then again, I'm new to rock and classic music, so who the hell am I? All I want to do is support Jimi Hendrix. Obviously no longer with us, but I want to be able to show love and enjoy this moment with you guys and Karen, of course. This was amazing. Thank you so much for watching with us. Please show love to Jimi Hendrix. I'll link whatever information I can down below from the original artist. This was live at Woodstock in 1969. I feel like I was born in the wrong era. I keep saying it, but I swear I feel like I was.
Mm-hmm. I definitely was.
Oh, yeah, you definitely were. I think I was meant for the 1920s, 1930s, but you definitely were meant to be out there in that crowd.
Mm-hmm. Well, oh, yeah.
Yeah, and then you're supposed to be in the 80s. You're supposed to be like 40 years old.
Oh.
Yeah, both of them. We love you guys. Stay safe. It's on to the next one. Thank you for watching. Is there anything you want to add before we go?
Nah, I think I've said my piece on this one.
Yeah, and I mean, the comments hit the nail right on the head. I mean, You could literally hear everything.
Hmm.
That was so good. I'm still in shock right now. I love you guys. Stay safe. It's on to the next one. We love you. Thank you so much for giving us a platform. It's on to the next one. Show love to the one and only Jimi Hendrix. I have to listen to that again by myself.
That was incredible.
I might have to go cry myself.
I
Go
need,
listen to that and
I
cry.
need the clean, like the crisp. I need the remastered, the cleaned out version.
I prefer it like this, but I couldn't imagine being there in person.
I know. I think that's. I just want it to transport me.
Someone create a
Which it
transporter.
did.
Create a time machine, somebody.
Still on.